How you guys? How is everybody doing today in this freaking cold day? I'm getting well, finishing my makeup because I wanted to go to the store, but honestly, I don't want to no more. It's way too cold. It's way too cold to be out. But I'm just outlining my brows really fast. Really fast, amiga. I already did my face. I just wanted to do my eyes, but I wanted to do my eyeliner with you guys because I got some messages asked if I can do it, so I figured why not do it live. Well, bro, it is so ugly outside. Like, literally, I slept in today because I haven't been able to like sleep at night. And last night we went to go watch a movie. Oh my God, I was so disappointed in this movie. I've been wanting to watch this movie for a while. But to be honest with you, when I first saw like the previews, I didn't even know it was a movie. I honestly thought that it was like an actual show. But then I couldn't find it on anything. Like, it wasn't on Hulu. It wasn't on Prime. It wasn't on Tubi. It wasn't on Paramount. It wasn't on anything. So I'm like, what the heck? Like, then I seen that they had it at the movies. I was like, oh, shoot. So last night we went to watch the last showing. We went at 9:30. It was so dead. Hi, Cindy. There was really nobody there. There was only, when I first, you know how, to order your tickets, you actually get to pick where you want to sit. At least in our location, they allow you to pick where you want to sit. So then you kind of know how many people are going to be in there. And when I went to go buy our tickets, there was only 2 other seats taken and the rest of the movies was available. And I was like, what the heck? You know, that's crazy. So anyways, when we got there, I want to say there was maybe 4 people or only 2. I don't know, besides us. So it was really dead. And man, I get so nervous. How many of you guys get nervous going to the movies? Like, I get so paranoid, nervous, like scared and nervous when I go to the movies. I don't even really like going to the movies because I'm like so traumatized from the... Oh, hold on, you guys. I'm trying to find one of my other brushes. I'm traumatized ever since we seen, is this it? Oh, fuck, I just smeared all this. Ever since I seen that documentary, that true crime story. You guys remember when the Batman movie came out? I don't know if you guys remember me sharing this with you guys, but a while back, the Batman movie had came out. I don't know which one it was, but this guy basically went to the freaking movies and they were premiering the Batman movie. And of course, everybody that went to watch the Batman on a premiere day, like when, the first day it comes out, everybody dresses up, right? Everybody dresses up like as Batman or the characters of the movie. Well, anyways, this guy went in there all dressed up as like part of the show. Not part of the show, but like he was there to watch Batman. But he was wearing, those long jackets that you like, that they cut, like they're tilt down here and they have like the buttons in the front. I think it's a trench coat. I don't know, but it's the long ones. Anyways, he was wearing one of those and he had all kinds of GUNs inside of his jacket. Do you guys remember that? Hi, Josie. Hi, Amy. I'm feeling not too bad, to be honest. I'm kind of getting lazy now, like more tired. But like during the week, I'm really busy, so. And then I don't get really much sleep at night no more. Hi, Danielle. Hi, mamas. Anyways, you guys, I don't know if you guys remember me sharing that, but anyways, the guy goes in there into the movies and sits down, blends in with the rest of the people. And then all of a sudden, during the movie, somebody throws something back, like one of the persons sitting in the front throws like an object, like kind of like if they threw like a freaking can of drink or something to the people that were sitting behind him, right? So nobody really thought much of it. And then all of a sudden you hear like these big old pop loud noises, but a lot of the people that were watching because it was a full movie theater, right? All of the people that were there watching the movie, they started hearing these loud ass popping noise. But a lot of people thought like, oh, this is probably part of the premiere. I mean, we're here for the premiere. So they thought it was like part of the show, right? Like nobody thought anything of it. Till then they realized that it wasn't part of the show and the person in front of them was actually shooting at them. So every time I go to the movies now, I get so paranoid. Like if I'm sitting in the movies, when we go in there, I always like look around and see who's in there and see if anybody looks like suspicious or if they have bags, or because nobody gets searched, bro. Like when you go to the movies, nobody gets searched. So many people lost their life that day at the movies. There was people that survived and shared their story of like what happened while they were there. And I'm like, ever since I seen that, every time I go to the movies, I get paranoid. So last night that we went to the movies, it was us, me and hubby, and then 2 other people. But I don't know, when we first went in there, that's all I looked like, but I couldn't really tell because it was dark and I'm blind. Anyways, but every time that somebody like would get up to go downstairs to go to the restroom or to get popcorn or whatever the fuck, my heart like starts pounding because I get so nervous. Like it was such a sad situation. Like, you know, in the movies, when you're walking down the aisle, like there's barely even any space for you to walk to get into your seat, right? Normally, like if you have to go in front of people to sit next to them because these are your seats, they have to like stand up and, you know, scoot back to let you get through because the space is so small. But one of the couples that survived, well, actually, they lost their niece. It was like a big family that went to watch the movie. It was the auntie, her husband, the auntie's sister, her husband, and the niece. And I don't know if there was any more kids, but I guess when they started noticing that it was actually GUN shots going towards them, that's when they all decided, like, we can't run out because he was covering the entrance, bro. So how are you going to run towards where it's coming from, right? Like the direction that it's coming from. Because the guy was literally turned, like, all the way around to shoot, like, you know, pointing his GUN that way. So what do? All they could do was literally go, like, duck in the little aisle. Imagine, bro. Like, I felt so bad because the girl said that they had to kind of like lay on top of each other because it's such a small little aisle right there, right? And the auntie says that all she remembers is that the mom, her sister, was screaming about the niece, right? And the auntie was underneath her. The auntie was laying on the ground. The niece was right next to her. And then the auntie's husband was on top of her, so she couldn't really move because of all the pressure of him. And I guess she could tell that her niece had gotten, you know, SHOT because she couldn't even breathe. The way she was breathing, she could tell that she got hit or whatever, but she couldn't move. Like, she couldn't move to help her niece because they were, bro, if you've never seen this freaking true crime story and you love going to the movies, don't watch it because you will be so traumatized after that. I promise you, you will be traumatized. Like, I don't even enjoy the movie because I'm so afraid. Like, I'm literally so afraid. And this isn't the first time that this has happened. I know there was another one too, like a massive SHOT. I don't know where it was at. But it was for the Joker movie at the movie theaters as well. So last night that we went to go watch this movie, normally we always wait for the movie to come out and we'll watch it here. But I just wanted to go do something like just me and hubby. So I was like, fuck it. And plus I was craving the nachos and jalapenos. Actually, I really went for that. But I was so freaking paranoid, man. You plan a getaway. Well, there's no way to plan a getaway plan. When you're going to the movies, there's only two ways out. The main entrance where you walked in and the emergency exit, which the emergency exit is literally always on the opposite side of the building. So like, let's say this is the movies, right? That's the main entrance you walk in through. And then on this side of the wall is the emergency exit. So how are you going to plan an emergency, like plan a route to run out when the only way you could get out, the guy is standing right in between it? Like literally the guy was literally like right, like in between, like literally. If you're running towards me and I'm pointing at you and it's flying, you know, these big old bangs are going all over. How are you going to run towards me and go to the main exit or the emergency when you're sitting up there and you're coming towards me? That's like, I mean, in all reality, your only option is to duck and just pray, bro, because what can you do? That's what majority of the people did. And the saddest thing about it, you guys, you know how in the movies it's so loud? Like any bang in a movie, an action movie, it sounds so loud. So a lot of the people that lost their lives at the beginning of the movie was due to them thinking that the big bangs were part of the entertainment or the movie. Because I guess when the guy first started the whole thing, like when he first started doing the shots, it's weird because they said that's why it made it harder for them, because the first time he started doing that, the part on the movie was very loud part where it made it seem like it was either part of the movie or entertainment. Because a lot of people were cheering on the movie and all hyped about it, like everybody was dressed up as Batman or the characters. Anyways, I'm always paranoid going to the movies. We went last night and we watched, I don't even know what we watched, but it was so disappointing because at the end of the movie, I have never watched a movie that ends basically saying this is really not a movie. It's basically episode 1 of a show. I'm like, I knew this shit was a show the whole time. Like, I knew this was going to be like episode after episode, but I've never gone to the movies where if you want to watch the first episode, you have to go to the movies. It was so weird. It was okay, but I could honestly say the first, like the movie that we watched, since it was kind of episode 1, it makes you like, fuck, this show's gonna be good. Like, I need to watch the rest of them, but you have to subscribe, and it's like a whole new program. Like, that you could only watch it on a specific program. You can't watch it on Hulu, Prime, Netflix, Tubi, Paramount. It's like a new program, kind of like those. So you have to just subscribe to that specific program to watch this show movie. I don't know, it was weird. Lisa, so do I. Whenever we go to the movies and we take all the kids, bro, it's so expensive. If we go to the movies and we take all the kids, we're going to pay a little bit less than $200 just to go to the movies. That's like, your tickets are freaking expensive. Last night, me and hubby went. We bought 2 tickets. I got a large drink. He got a large drink. He got a hot dog, and I got nachos, and that was it. Oh no, and he got a bag of gummy bears. We paid around almost $80. But yes, like if you could sneak in candy and drinks and all that in your diaper bags or your bags or whatever, that's why it's so easy to people to go in there with GUNs. And that's fucking scary, man. Thank you, Val. You really think so? My brows, they need to get plucked or something. They're like I've been going with the very natural bushy brows. But I don't remember what the movie was called. Let me ask Michael because I don't remember. What was the name of the movie we watched last night? Homestead.
Please talk her. Me to him.
Okay, but you don't have to put it here. Okay. We watched Homestead, I think. But it's a show now, you guys. Have you guys ever gone and seen, like, I swear, I am a movie freak. Like, since I was a little teenager, I am a movie freak. I will rather go and watch a movie than a hangover any fucking day. So I've never watched a movie that was really a show. It's so weird. Sylvia, I watched it on YouTube. I don't know the name. It's been a while, but if you go on YouTube and just like search a massive SHOOTING Batman movie premiere, it'll pop up. Hi, Kaz. Was it what? I do have my P.O. box. I have to give it to you guys. Yes, it's so scary, bro. Like, I literally was so nervous the whole time. Like, the guy kept going up and down, and I'm just like, I get so nervous because I'm like, bro. And then if it was just them two, because I swear when I bought the tickets, there was only two seats taken, and when we went in there, that's all I seen was those two people. But I don't know if I didn't see anybody else. So I was like, bro, if they're gonna take us out, it's just me and hubby. Like, this would be an easy little takeout, and then they leave. I just ate a slice of pizza because I was hungry. Hi, Denise. I'm feeling good. This morning I had a lot of like, I feel like I'm starting to get the pre-contractions. I'm almost gonna be 7 months. So yeah, I'm a little nervous about that. So I'm gonna show you guys how I do my eyeliner. Let me turn this off because it's hot in here now. The easiest way I do my eyeliner now with no struggles at all. I actually let me do my eyelid first. I'm not gonna do like no eyeshadow or nothing, but I do have to add something on there. So I'm gonna put P. Louise base number 2. Blend that in. If I can find my brush. And then just put like some setting powder on there just to set it. But anyways, the show was really good. I kind of thought it was going to be more of like, you know, when the new, like kind of like the end of the world, or there's a freaking virus or something. Because that's how it kind of starts off. So basically, they're in California, and in a certain area in Calabasas, there's like a big old BO. Melinda, I'm doing a gender reveal next month for you guys. There's like a really big, I guess a big bang. So then they do like a emergency evacuation for California. But this is, again, the show. This isn't what's going on right now. And the husband at the beginning, like it's like a family in their house, and the husband calls the wife, or no, the wife is leaving, right, with her kids, and then he gets like a call saying like, oh, this and this is happening. I guess he's part of like a evacuation. He used to be in the army, and then he started his own little group of where he gets hired by like these rich ass people that have money to protect them in case there's like a massive evacuation for any reason, and that's what the guy gets hired for. But his wife left, so now he's all freaking out because he don't know what to do. And then it goes to another family, which this other family, the husband's not there, but he calls his wife and the kids and tells them like, you guys need to go to your sisters, or go to my sisters or something like that. But he tells them don't breathe the air, and it's so crazy, bro, because like everybody's fighting for the food. There's like they have a electrical car, so whenever they leave to go in, they're on their way to go to the sister's house, the rich auntie. their batteries dying on their car, right? Because it's electrical car. So they go and pull up to a gas station to try to charge their car, and there's like a big old line, and everybody's fighting over freaking the spots, and like nobody knows what's going on in the world, right? So they have no choice but to steal somebody's freaking car. They steal somebody's car and they take off. You know, I think I'm gonna put a little bit of brown eyeshadow just on the end so it doesn't look all pale. So I'm gonna use my palette, my homegirl palette, and I'm gonna use the brown in here with kind of like a bigger blending fluffy brush. And I'm just gonna go in with this light brown. So they leave or whatever. And then it switches back to the other family, which in all reality, it kind of links together because the first family, the guy that used to be a soldier, he is actually making his way out to that rich house. I mean, this man, they own a massive, huge ass freaking land, all gated and everything, and he has like everything you could think of to survive for something like this, which that's why he hired these men. These men are on their way over there, a group of them to that place, and the sister-in-law and the brother and them, they're going over there too, but they're all separated, right? And then when they get there, it just it's sad, bro, because like everybody's starving, nobody has food, there's no electricity, there's no heat, there's nothing, and it's freezing, right? And all these people are basically all gathered outside of this rich man's fence because they're trying to get in there. And even one of the guys and his family, they leave their house because they notice that the neighbors, the daughters like needed the bathroom, and the dad's like, oh, let's go outside and I'll go with you because he doesn't want her to be outside by herself. He goes outside with the daughter, and then he hears that the neighbor's house is being robbed. And then he hears, you know, SHOTs going off. It's freaking awful, right? So he's like, fuck, we got to get out of here because we don't have any GUNs and they're going to come in here. And they're not really trying to hurt people, but times are rough. Like, you know what I mean? They're really going through it. So they're just trying to take your food, whatever the fuck you have for them to survive and their family. So he's like, let's go to my friend's house. Like my friend's house, I'm sure he can help us, which is that rich man's house. Whenever they pull up to the rich man's house, he sees him and he's on the other side of the fence, right? And he calls him, and the rich guy goes over there and he's like, please, man, we need help. We don't have nowhere to go. We don't have no food. We don't have nothing. Like, we could use your help. And the man's like, I'm sorry, I can't let you in. Like, I just can't let you in. And then the army guy and his friends, they're already there protecting him, right? And they tell the guy, like, you can't let him in here because he's like, you only have a certain amount of supplies for you and your family. If you let all these people that are on the other side of the fence come in here, how are we all going to survive? And then the guy tells him, like, you got to realize that in all reality, in a few days, things are going to get 10 times worse. And all these people out here are going to literally become our enemies because they're going to want to come in here to take what we have because they have like a big old farm, bro. Like they have food. Bro, it's scary because just imagine if that really happens. It's going to be like the purge in the real world if that ever happens to us. And the guy's like, I know we're friends. I'm sorry. Like, I feel so bad. I wish I could let you in. But if I let you in, then I got to let everyone else in. And the rich man's wife, she's such a like kind-hearted lady. She goes and she gets like, gathers a little bit of food and stuff. And she'll go and take it down to the gate, and they open the door for her and let her out. And everybody starts fighting for like crumbs, basically. And the wife is like, well, I was going to throw that food away anyways. It was starting to go bad. And the soldier's like, you can't do that. Like, once you do that, then you're never going to get rid of these people. It's sad, bro. It's so sad. And then after that, they start training everybody in that little rich thingy, that little rich farm house or whatever. They start training everybody that's staying inside, right? The soldiers, security guard, their families. They start training them on how to protect the land, right? Because people are going to try to get in. Well, sure enough, this guy comes and he pulls up, and the rich man's assistant lets him in, not realizing who this guy really is. And this guy's like, they take him in this room, and it's a huge room full of GUNs everywhere. And the man's like, oh, he says he's like something to do with the law, and he tells him, I need to see permits for all this stuff, and if you have more than 30 people in your house and they're all staying here, you have to have some kind of like a permit or something, because you can't have more, you can't have a gathering of 30 people or more unless you report it. I don't know how true that is. I don't know, but that's what they said on the show. And the guy's like, fuck no, get the fuck out of here. Like, in all reality, this man, you can tell that he's really like fishing and seeing what they have inside of this house, because he noticed all these people gathering outside. So they're like, he has to have food and shit, because why else are all these people here? Sure enough, that's what the guy is doing. He leaves or whatever, but then he comes back, bro. He comes back with all kinds, like these big old white trucks. So supposedly, the reason why the rich man has all this prepared is because if something ever happened like this, since he's rich, he has like input with, powerful people that know more than basic people, I guess. And they were told that if something ever like this happens, it would take a matter of days before the government and everybody gets involved, and then it will get better. But till then, you have to basically survive all these days, right? So they're waiting for that to happen. And then the guy comes back, that freaking guy that was all telling him he needed permits. He comes back with a bunch of trucks, and they're all wearing SWAT uniforms. And all the soldiers on the other side, they're like pointing their GUNs at him. And then the SWAT guy is telling them, like, you guys need to come out. Everybody needs to come out. So the rich guy goes outside and goes over the fence. And remember, there's a group of people on the other side of the fence that are just waiting there for handouts. And the rich man tells the SWAT guy, like, oh, you know who I am? Like, they know each other. And he's like, you guys can't be here. Like, this is wrong. What you guys are doing, it's wrong. So then from behind that SWAT dude, that asshole that was saying about the permits, he comes out and he's wearing a vest and everything. And he's like, he gets on the microphone and he says, I need everybody in an orderly form or something like that, for you guys to bring all the food and all the GUNs and load them into this truck. Like, the fuck? He was trying to rob him, bro. So then they have no choice but to start like a big ol' battle of, interacting bullets against each other, I guess. And the rich man gets shot. So afterwards they leave, and then the wife is all freaking out. She becomes basically like the one in charge. And at the end, it was kind of a little bit corny, but then it's like I said, the end isn't really the end, because basically it's a show. I just said the name of the movie. I don't remember. I literally just said it. Let me ask him again. Remember, you guys, because I'm not going to remember. What's the name again of the movie? It is called Homestead. It's in movie theaters right now, but it is a show, you guys. Homestead. But anyways, the wife, she becomes like basically the one in charge, because he got shot, so he's trying to survive. And then she decides that in her eyes, God is powerful and he's going to make things right. So she thinks it's better to just open the gates and let everybody in. And she does that. She opens the gates and she lets everybody in, and it actually benefits, bro. It benefits them actually doing that. But in the real world, do you really think that would actually happen? Because she lets them in, and then, remember the guy that was friends with the rich man, and the rich man's like, oh, I'm sorry, I know we're friends, but I can't let you in here. Well, because they let him in, he knew how to build, what is it called? He knows how to build fireplaces. That's what his job is. He does fireplaces. So they build greenhouses, and he builds fireplaces inside of them. So then in the winter, they start baking bread and all this shit inside, like where the fireplaces are. So that's how they start like having food and being able to contribute to everybody that's staying there. And then the soldier's wife, she used to do solar lights for the outside of the houses, right? For electricity and all that. So then she starts doing that. And then that's how they're able to grow all this stuff. Like they're growing, like they already had a farm, but eventually they were losing all their stuff. Anyway, so then the show ends and I'm just like, well, movie show ends. And I'm like, bro, I want to watch it because if you go on, I think it's like Netflix or even TikTok, they have that's where I seen the preview originally, but it shows like, what's going to happen after the movie and it gets hella interesting. It kind of seems like it's kind of like Yellowstone vibes. If you've seen Yellowstone, then you know. But that's what it's going to be like. It's a really good show. But the way it ended, I was kind of bugged. Because I'm like, bro. Now I have to go and subscribe to watch the show. And it's a new show. I don't even know what it's called. So I'm just going to leave my eyes like this. I added a little bit of brown shadow just to set it. And then to do my wing liner, to do a cat eye, I use Anastasia waterproof cream color, which is an eyeliner, but I use the color Jet. And then I'm going to use detailed brushes. But I use the blue ones. The blue ones are the 7mm ones. So I use these ones. And it makes it so much easier. Anyways, if you watch the movie, I would honestly just wait for it to come out on Prime. Unless you just want to get away from your house, your children, and go on a little movie date, then yeah, go watch it. But we basically paid $80 to go watch it and then find out it's not even a movie, it's a show. Hi, Lisa. Okay, so I'm just cleaning the bottom of my, well, the brush, the bristles, because I used it to draw the cheetah print on my eye. But the 7mm looks like this. And this makes it so much easier. I'll show you guys the 5. So this package, you get 4 of them, 2 of each. The blue ones are 7mm. The pink ones are 5mm. Hold on, because I really put this in there. This one is just a little bit longer than the other one. You could use either or. That's basically the difference. Mine's a little bent because I shoved it in the container. So yeah, don't do that. But you get 2 of each. But I promise you, bro, this is like, if you do wing liners and you know for a fact, like to get a perfect wing liner, you have to have a really good eyeliner that has like a really fine brush at the like the tip of the brush, so you could get a good wing, like if you want a sharp wing. So I'm gonna use this again. You get a lot of product out of this. It's better than using the liquid brush. So I'm gonna see if I could pull you a little closer. So I just grab a little bit. And then the Landman, I think it's called Landman. That one, that show is so freaking good. I love that show so much, but you get a new episode once a week. And I guess, I mean, it figures why I like it, because the main, like the director from Yellowstone, they're the ones that created this other show too. It's really good. It's about a bunch of men that work on the oil fields. It's crazy. So I'm going to try to do it with this so I don't get all close to my other mirror. If not, I'm sorry, you guys, if the comments are not going through again. It's because I have to keep swiping it to side to side. Hi, Perla. You're welcome. Let me know if you guys watch it. It's good, though. It's a good movie. Yes, Homestead. Okay. So with this, I'm going to start on this side, okay? So depending on how you angle your brush, the more it's up, it's going to make your eyes look more rounder. The more it's tilted down, it's going to give you more of that cat eye. My eyes are already very chinitos. Los tengo bien chinitos. So the more it's slanted down, the more my eyes look like, I guess, like Asian. So do a little line first. It's easier when I use the other mirror because I like to kind of stretch like this and then do it. Hold on. So that way it doesn't like... So it won't be bumpy all the way. And then I grab a little bit more. And since it's such a small little brush, you will have to keep grabbing and grabbing product, but it makes it perfect, I promise. So I'm gonna have to do it like this. Hi, baby girl. So now I'm gonna drag it across. Oh shit, you know what? Hold on.